I wanted to give an encouraging word to people who might be feeling upset that they've lost friends because of their beliefs, so I chose this comment. Matthew 10:22 says, "And you will be hated by all for my name's sake, but he who endures to the end will be saved." And John chapter 15 verses 18 to 19 says, "If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." For a very, very, very long time, I lived in the world. Honestly, only recently, I got saved. Truly saved. And it's very true that the world is going to love its own, but it's going to hate people who choose to follow Jesus. And it is very sad that even though we'll continue to show love, we're still going to be hated regardless. But just like John 18 says, if the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Being a Christian definitely isn't easy. Matthew 7:13 to 14 says, "Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go in by it. Because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it." And John 16:33 says, "These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world." So the Bible does say that it is very difficult, and we are going to have a lot of troubles in this world, especially when we choose to follow Christ. Because the road that leads to destruction is very easy, very fun, but the road that leads to Jesus is very, very hard to follow. We're going to go through a lot of trials. We're going to lose a lot of people along the way. But he does say that in me you may have peace. Be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. When you lose friends, when you go through a lot, you can be assured that in him you have peace. Take advantage of God's presence if you're feeling very lonely. And soon you'll find yourself surrounded by people who feel the same as you do, who believe the same way you do, and things will start to turn around. It was very, very hard for me to leave behind all of my friends and to start to follow a lifestyle that before was very not something I wanted. I was very rooted in my own ways for a while, and it took a lot for me to cut that off and go from being well-loved, well-liked by a lot of people to now facing a bunch of criticism for what I believe in. But I know that the end goal is worth it. And yeah, I just want to encourage anyone who's watching this to just keep going. Things will get better. And to leave you with just two more encouraging verses. Romans 8:18 says, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." And verse 28 says, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose." The sufferings you have now will turn into very, very great blessings. And we already have the best blessing, eternal life.